Hey y'all.
What's up, y'all?
So we are live talking about 3 topics that you should discuss before it's too late. I'm stumbling over my words with these braces, making my mouth feel so big.
So it's more like three relationship topics people actually don't discuss until it's too late, or a lot of people don't discuss until it's too late.
Until it's a problem.
Until it becomes a big issue. So we want to make sure that we talk to y'all about this, and kind of get y'all, ideas and opinions on things too. Welcome to Tuesday Talks.
So we promised y'all that we would be live Tuesday. Now, hopefully next time we'll be a little bit earlier. But hey, we stuck to our commitment, right?
You're right. So
once we stick to the commitment, we'll find like a good time to go live.
Just want to be a little bit more consistent to start off with.
Of course. So we are going to answer the questions ourselves. We'll go one by one with three topics. We'll answer them ourselves. And just leave your comments below. And then once we are done with, talking, then we will go to the comments and kind of look at what you guys have to say, what you guys think about the topic. So,
well, first and foremost, can y'all hear us okay? If you could hear us okay, just say yes in the comments.
Just say yes, because we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you, Ahmad and Jessica. Or Jessica and Ahmad.
Yes.
Whichever way you prefer.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Ahmad.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. So, first of the 3 topics is, first question is being faithful hard? A lot of people feel like it is. A lot of people feel like it's not. Okay. So, what you doing?
I was putting it down. But anyways, you answer it first.
You
want to go first?
Nah, I go first.
Okay.
So I feel like being faithful is not hard at all. And the reason why is because if you make a commitment to somebody, if you say, hey, I'm going to, commit to you and spend my life with you, and you're going to be that one and only person, then you should think these things out before you actually make that commitment. Like, if you're really going to, just promote, just give all of your time and your efforts into one relationship, that's what it should be. There's a lot of things involved when people feel like they're emotionally hurt. Mm-hmm. And that never turns out good at all. Whether somebody's crazy, even if they're not. I'm just saying, if somebody's crazy, they may come and bust your car window. So are you saying,
what would make somebody, specifically you.
What? What would make me what?
What do you think, would... if you could think, not you're gonna be unfaithful, but what gets somebody to that point where they thought, oh my gosh, I will never be unfaithful.
But they end up being unfaithful. I feel
what do you think happens?
There's probably
it could be you, but I feel like you don't know you because that hasn't happened. But what do you think?
Right. And I feel like there's a lot of different things that could push a person to being unfaithful. Say, for instance, if their significant other was unfaithful, or if their significant other wasn't paying attention to them for whatever reason.
That's true. I think that's a big one.
Financial reasons. Yeah. Kids can get in the way of relationships sometimes.
Yeah,
so it's just a lot of different things that I feel like could force somebody, or force somebody's hand, should I say, into being unfaithful. So, yeah, that's my answer. But I feel like if you...
I forgot the question. What was the question?
Is it hard to be faithful?
Oh, is it hard to... Okay, so let me answer. So, I think that it's not hard to be faithful. But I do agree with you in that things can get in the way of being faithful. And so you just have to be really conscious, in your relationship. Ahmad has never cheated. He said, that's what he says. I have cheated, not on him. I've never cheated on him. Our computer is gonna die. I don't know if it was really cheated, because I was kind of dating more than one person at the time. It was just that one person didn't know that I was dating more than one person at a time. So, and I just think that now that I'm with him, so I kind of got that out when I was, you know, younger, like before I met him. And I think that now that I'm with him, I know the situations that would put me in a bad situation. Like, I know not to go on a one-on-one date with somebody. I know that I shouldn't get too close to somebody. I know that if somebody's like conversation is kind of taking the wrong turn, then I kind of cut it off. You know, I think that sometimes people allow things to go a little bit too far. And then when it goes a little bit too far, they can't back out of it. And so now they've gotten themselves in a situation. I just think that happens. So no, I don't think that it's hard to be faithful. Mm-hmm. I think that you just have to be conscious of why you're being faithful and the importance of it and how your relationship, if you believe this, I believe that for me, my relationship is not worth like me messing around with somebody else. Like, it's just not worth it.
Just like even the things that we built, like, think about it. If you built something with somebody, then would you really want to risk it for one night or one
if it's
thrill or whatever? I mean, it could be longer than just one night or one day or whatever the case may be.
Well, I think that it's also, when I say like being conscious of the relationship, like we're very conscious. We're open about our intimacy. Like, if something isn't going right or we don't like it, we talk about it. Like, we're not embarrassed. Like, if he's like, oh, you know, you do whatever, I don't like that. Okay, then I don't do that. Or you could do a little bit more. You could give me more kisses. You could give me more hugs. Right. You could compliment me a little bit more. I'm going to take that into consideration and make sure that my partner is happy, and not just because we're married, we're happy. We
do check-ins every once in a while to make sure everybody's still good. You know, there's nothing good. That you're
not thinking about leaving me, are you?
No, I love you. Okay. No, but for real though, I think that's important. And then another thing is this. There's a lot of people that just rush into a relationship.
That's true.
Now, they say, okay, you never truly know somebody, but you can know somebody better than you do right now. You feel what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like,
it works.
You can always know somebody better than what you know them at that point in time. So I feel like rushing into a relationship or saying, hey, we met this day, let's go ahead and make it official 3 months down the line or 2 months down the line, or whatever the case may be. I don't think people should rush into a relationship.
Well, it works sometimes. I don't think that
it works sometimes.
That's
not across the board.
You gotta fill out the situation for yourself. Don't go after like one thing, like, ooh, that person has a lot of money, I'm gonna be with them. Ooh, that person looks good. I'm just saying, anyway. Like, that person looks good.
Right.
You know, he pays for all the dates. Mm-hmm. Okay, he the one. Right. Or he made me feel nice for a month. Mm-hmm. Okay, he the one. Like, when I met Ahmad, and this is going kind of off topic, so I'm just going to say this and kind of go back onto the topic of being faithful. But when I met Ahmad, we seen each other for a whole month, but I actually was never comfortable with calling him my boyfriend until 3 months later. Which to some people is not a lot of time, but we literally seen each other like every single day for like 3 months.
All right.
But even though we were seeing each other and we were kind of exclusive to each other, it was still like, okay, you got a little more time to prove yourself here, buddy, before you start getting titles. So, yeah.
And likewise.
But yeah, so do you want to go to the next question? But yeah, that's just our question of our answers of, is it hard to be faithful? Yeah. And maybe we should go, before we go to the next question, we'll answer some of the questions. So let's see.
There's a bunch of hays and yeses.
Ouch.
Being faithful is easy for those who want to be committed. That's true.
That's true.
Miss Marisha says, being faithful is easy. Hold on, you passed it up. Being faithful is easy for those who want to be committed. That is so very true. And I always preach the 3 C's. What is it? Commitment, communication, and compromise. Those are 3 C's, man. You got to have those in your relationship.
They can be tough sometimes.
And it can be tough.
You just got to acknowledge them.
Communication can be hard sometimes. Like, that could be one of the hardest ones. Mm-hmm. But you just got to, like she said, if it's somebody that, if you're somebody that wants to be committed, and you love the person that you with, and you feel like you can grow with that person, then it shouldn't be that hard. Let's see. Deborah Lucas says it's hard for me to be faithful in going to the gym. Deborah, hopefully.
Well, okay, so some people think that it's weird, but like if I see a girl with a big butt, I'm like, oh my. Did you see her butt?
Yeah,
come on now, like did you see her butt?
Obvious, like,
but I just don't think that if I see a pretty girl on the, I'm intrigued by her butt. I'm intrigued by her body. Like I think she got a banging body. I just think that it's wrong to be oblivious that the guy, you're a woman. If you see a guy with a nice body, your eyes are going to be like, whoa, I see him. He looks nice. He's attractive. Now, do I want to go sleep with him? No. A guy is going to also be attracted to an attractive woman, or his eyes are going to look at an attractive woman. If you are threatened by that, that might be a problem. That might cause issues. And for us, that doesn't.
No.
I mean, if he like looking at her and he like can't keep his eyes off her,
if you're in somebody's face, right? If you're in somebody's face, that's a whole different story. But if you see something that's just that's easily, you can easily point out. Like she said, somebody has a big butt,
or they got a nice body, or they're dressed nice, or they're pretty. Like,
but that doesn't mean you want to be with that person.
Yeah.
That means you're just noticing your surroundings. Simple as that. No more.
Okay, they
what was that last? There was nothing. I read through all of it.
All women are cheaters.
PC Nation, you tripping, bro. You tripping. I'm about to say, you on a live with the majority of females. You better be cool.
Is it okay to see someone you talk to? Wait, is it okay to see someone you talk to? Did you guys get annoyed? Oh, that's a good question.
It was puppy love. Those first,
yeah, it was.
I always say it wrong. Tassie, what's up, girl? I hope I'm saying it right. You said, is it okay to see someone you talk to every day? Her, Jessica said you guys saw each other almost every day for the first 3 months.
Well, we've seen each other almost every day since the first 3 months, and now like we've literally seen each other almost every day.
No, I don't think like that first 3 months we didn't get tired of each other because it was new. It was puppy love at that point in time.
So you get tired of me now?
Sometimes. For real? No,
yeah.
No, I mean, we do get tired of each other sometimes. Yeah. Like, look,
it's like, I just need a break.
I'm gonna go in this room. I'm gonna just chill.
I need to be by myself because I'm a person.
Right. I'm gonna go to the gym or whatever, and that happens with anybody. Like I had male roommates to where I couldn't stand them mugs when we lived together.
Okay,
but
you
those
can't
are my
stand
brothers.
me though.
I'm not saying that. Sometimes, yeah. But anyway, like it wasn't
hard. It wasn't hard because we genuinely like wanted to be around each other. There was not one person that was like all over the other person, and the other person was standoffish, and you were just being annoying. Right. It just worked for us. Not saying that will work for everybody else. So these are getting off topic. So we will.
Okay, Tassie. Okay, so I did say it right. Tassie. Okay.
So we'll go to
Thanks,
the next.
Tassie.
We'll go to the next question, and then we'll come back to the questions that you have. Don't worry, we will come back to them. Oh, Maya, you look great.
Thank you.
Amaya wants to answer the questions really quickly, so we'll take these two right here.
Let's see.
Naturally Brown 13.
Naturally Brown 13.
Sorry.
I see you, girl. Have you guys experienced long distance? If so, let's see. How did you guys keep things exciting in your relationship? If you know someone in a long distance relationship, what did they do? So we've never personally experienced long distance in our relationship.
Let me think about that. I've dated a lot of people.
I've talked to somebody who lived a couple hours away or whatnot, but it wasn't really serious.
Yeah, I tried to do it, but it was just horrible.
For me, I feel like if you don't have something,
I couldn't trust the person, so I don't know.
That's part of the 3 C's or whatnot. If you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I couldn't trust them. And I don't know how easy it would be to trust somebody that was very far away from me.
I feel like if you don't have
I like the connection, the intimacy. I like the closeness. I'm sorry I cut you off like 5 times.
Thank you. Anyway, I feel like if you don't have anything to start off with as far as like being in a relationship and then building and maybe somebody moving for a job and you're eventually going to reconnect or you see each other often, then it's kind of hard, man, because you don't really have anything that you built so far. So,
and that faithful piece, I think, really like is tested.
And because
you don't have anything to build. like you don't have anything to go off of. And yeah, you just can really easily slip into the unfaithful box, especially when you're not committed. I mean, like for us, if one of us had to go away, we have a strong foundation. But if you're just dating somebody, like it's kind of hard for me personally. For me, it's hard to build that strong foundation with somebody when they're so far away. So I'm not really sure.
Okay, Raquel Patrick said, would you be okay if Ahmad had a female friend he hung out with? So it's kind of crazy that you asked that, Raquel, because I had a female friend that I met at work after me and Jessica got together and whatnot, and it was strictly a female friend relationship, like nothing more than that. I looked at her as my sister. She was a jokester. We laughed a lot, and it was nothing more than that. She may have had feelings for me, never expressed it at all.
Well, that's why you can't do it. I just believe
in
that
her mind, she thought like, okay, well, this person
I just believe that if you have a friend of the opposite sex, they should become a friend of the relationship. And if that person is solely like talking to the one person and they talk through the person of the opposite sex, I just think that it's just a little weird to me. And my personal preference is that it doesn't happen. So it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. We like squashed it, cut it off, whatever you want to call it. And yeah. So let's get to the next question. What's the next question?
All right, so let's see. We got through that one, and now we're going to the next one. All right, so number 2.
We get this one a lot.
Is arguing a natural part of every relationship?
I'll go first for this one.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So I think that having disagreements is healthy. I mean, we're people, like everybody is not going to agree. But when I think about an argument, I think about an argument being very like intense. Like that's what I think. I think there's disagreements where you can agree to disagree and you kind of move on, or you come to an agreement, whatever. But when there's an argument, I think of like
you got
feelings
stuff
hurt,
and
not fighting, but
punched and...
no, not that kind of things. But it's kind of heated. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
and I agree.
What would you call what we had earlier? Was that just a disagreement?
That was an annoying disagreement, roundabout talking.
We had a disagreement earlier. I mean, it was kind of on the edge of argument, but it wasn't even anything serious. It was about target markets.
I mean, we're not going to go into details, but it was just like our perspective on it. Whatever. It was a disagreement.
All in all, we ended up drinking a glass of wine and kissing. So
yeah, that's what we did. But no, I don't think that it's a natural. I don't think that you have a relationship and you have to, like, for the relationship to be real, you have to argue.
No,
and that's not true at all. What people have told us, right? Like, yeah, they have told us, y'all have never
still
argued.
in the puppy love stage because y'all don't need to argue.
After 6 years, I think that we
why we can't just be two people that get along? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we just be two people that see that are on the same page a lot? You know,
and that can resolve our differences in a grown-up, appropriate way. So before we get there, what is your thought?
I mean, I feel like no, you don't have to argue. Wait, what was the question again?
Is it a natural part of a relationship?
Of every relationship okay. No, I do not feel like it's a natural part of every relationship. The reason why is because we've never had any issues. We've been together for 6 years.
Well, we had that one, but
I mean, yeah, but that was
okay. Outside of our first year, because in the first year you're kind of like getting to know each other and kind of bringing your lives together, kind of. So outside of the first year, we've really never had an argument.
And the true test, to be honest with you, is living with somebody.
Yeah, and we lived together after the first year.
Or was it even during the first year? I think it was
kind of during the first
year. At the end of the first year, we were together, like from the 9th to the 12th month, or somewhere around there. We lived together. I had a roommate in college that moved out. She needed a place to stay. She stayed with me for the summer.
And then we kind of just
knew
rolled it over.
Right. We knew what each other did and, you know, how you kept your house and so on and so forth. So I think that's good to find out how a person lives, because that's where a lot of arguments come into play at. But no, I don't feel like every healthy relationship needs to argue. Disagree, on some things, yes.
Yeah,
because
you should disagree with people.
I don't feel like, I mean, obviously we're all humans. Some of y'all may be robots or aliens, but but I mean, people have their own. You have your own thoughts. You have your own mind, and you need to express that. If you're not gonna always see the eye to eye with somebody. And if you can't
express that in your relationship, I don't know. I think that there's something that you should talk about.
Right.
If you feel uncomfortable,
right,
or you feel like you have to say yes to everything, even when you don't agree,
or maybe that's just your personality. Maybe you're a yes man or a yes woman,
and if you're content with that, most people aren't content. Right. Even people that say yes all the time, they're not content with saying yes. They might not be,
but some people are. Some people just don't like to make decisions. So, but if that's your relationship and that's fine and that works for you, that's okay. For us though, no, we see differently on a lot of different things, and we don't have to argue about that. So
my girl Pinky 17, I'm okay with female friends that are willing to be both of our friends. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm okay with that. Totally agree with Jessica. Totes agree, Jessica. Arguing is not the problem. It's how you argue. Yes, Deborah.
That's 100% correct.
Yes, it's how you allow your feelings to overcome, and how escalated you allow the argument to get.
Right.
Like, if you kind of blow up, then I don't know. I feel like
I like to call it a debate, because I mean, arguing, I guess arguing is whatever, but I call it a debate just simply because you don't have to. Like, when I think about arguing, I think about yelling, and I think about screaming, and I think about it getting heated. But when I say debate, we're debating over this. That means we're just two people giving each other a chance to talk and have our time and expressing our differences or whatnot, and both sides has a chance to hear one another. You know what I'm saying? So that's more of a debate on a grown-up level versus trying to scream over each other, throwing stuff, hitting if it gets to that point, so on and so forth.
Or somebody being able to be like, you know what, this is getting a little bit out of control. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna come back. And the other party being like, you know what? Okay. Not saying, no, we gonna talk about this right now. That's not necessary.
Brian Haley says, I know me, no female friends for me. Fooling.
Two people with it. Different views, different, yeah. Do you have people around you? Oh, wait. My girl Pinky 17, do you have people around you who support your relationship or family, friends, and how important is that? Oh my gosh, yes, we have so many people around us that support our relationship. We honestly feel like, I don't know. We honestly feel like people view our relationship as like so perfect.
Yeah, and unreal.
But it's like, not. But I will say okay, so I don't really know how to say it, because then it sounds like our relationship is fake. But that's not true.
What you gonna say?
No, I'm just saying, like, but it's not, it's not perfect, but what they see is real. Like, what we show people is real.
Well, first and foremost, I'll tell you like this. There's very few things that we actually disagree on.
Yeah.
We see eye to eye on a lot.
Mm-hmm. Or can compromise.
Which is why we can compromise. One or the other can just say, hey, you know what? You're right about this. Let's just, you go ahead, you have your way on this one. I got the next one, and we just move on with our lives. But as far as like what we show people, we don't like go out in the streets and argue or.
Yeah, that's one thing that is an unspoken rule or
debate, should I say?
I don't know how to say it, but basically we don't have to talk about it. If we've just had a disagreement that we are like, or an argument, because sometimes we have small little ones. If we're going somewhere, we don't have to talk about like, okay, when we go in here, don't be talking about blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. We kind of are a bit standoffish, or we that event brings us back together, like, and we just be, but we don't bring
9 times out of 10 it ends up in a laugh.
Yeah, or
y'all know me. If y'all know me, it ends up in a laugh.
Yeah, it does. But we don't like linger with the issue. We don't talk about, we don't bring it to other people. We keep it right here and we solve it ourselves, because I think that happens a lot too. Someone has a disagreement with their partner and they want to go to social media. They want to call their mama and their auntie and their sister and their brother and tell the whole world.
True.
And then deal with it with their partner. But by now, everybody has, this little issue has been blown up.
And everybody's throwing their 2 cents in.
Everybody's
and you don't
throwing
know
their 2
who to
cents.
listen to. And
giving your partner the side eye
much,
because
man.
you done told them something crazy and y'all have solved it. But it's not going to go away when you let it out to the world. When it's not even a big deal.
And once it gets on the internet, it's there forever.
Yeah. We never do that.
Going to some of the comments real quick. Welcome to Tiffany's ass. Have any of you ever called the other out of their name? No. That's one big no that we will never do. Yeah, we have
never done that.
Like, I mean, I just think it's disrespectful in the first place.
And I don't curse. If that's what you mean. Like,
it's
the
so
bees
funny
and
to
the
hear
whatever.
Her curse. Like, when I do hear her curse,
F you, like,
I gotta have her repeat it one more time because it's so funny.
And it's like a child. He's like, wait, Jessica, what did they say?
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
Say it one more time. I ain't hear you, huh? What?
No, so I don't curse. So Ahmad follows that. Like, I feel like
I'm not gonna lie, I curse like a sailor.
Yeah, he cursed a lot.
Like a lot.
But he doesn't curse as much since he's met me, because I don't curse at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't. It's weird. It's weird when I have done it.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, you gotta expand your vocabulary sometimes. You know, I be using big words and stuff.
We need this positivity in the earth. Thank you. Wait, don't answer my question. Let's keep that. Wait, what? I don't.
Don't answer my last question. Hold on. What you put in here? Now you got me want to go look at it.
Maybe we just questioned it.
Oh yeah, no. That was it. It's too late.
Yeah, too late.
Too late, Tiffany.
I agree. Public disagreements on touchy subjects are no. Yes, because once you put it out to everybody else, you now have made the situation between you and your partner bigger too, because now your feelings are into you. Like, yeah, I told such and such and they got me riled up, and now you riled up. And yeah, yes, people are quick to take their relationships to other people. You have to learn that
and I mean, I feel like
that is not a good thing.
I feel like if you have to talk to somebody, just choose one very, very, very trusted person that you know
that you can vent to.
Right, that you can vent to, and that's not biased towards any one side. I mean, if she goes to one of her friends, they may be a little bit more biased towards her than me.
Because I'm going to tell the story in a biased way. Obviously, everybody does it.
Right. Or maybe y'all could talk to somebody together and just have, you know, both parties in the room talking to this one unbiased person, mutual friend between the two of y'all, if you will, and just try to see, you know, what advice they give you from there. But to the world, no, don't spread your business. Bottom line.
What is this?
Why are we?
I don't know. What are we? Oh, what are we conversations? Is that
Tassie, are you saying what are we conversations? Is it needed, or you put why are we conversation? Just let us know. We'll answer that one. Let's see.
So aggressive. This is such a funny question because
that was an evil laugh too.
This is just a part of my personality. Just to answer this.
Oh, she's very loud. She's very loud. I'll be like,
I'm new here. I'm new here, so can someone please tell me why she sounds so aggressive and loud? I hope my comment isn't considered negative like that, because I genuinely want to know.
Anne Ray, she's a very loud person. She has a semi-annoying voice.
I have a high-pitched voice. I get really excited about things, and I am just loud.
And you're right in my ear, too, so stop.
And he's always like, Jessica,
especially when we're in the car. When we're in the car, I'm just like, boo, can you please just like tone it down? If you're on the phone, that annoys me. That may start an argument or debate.
Yeah, no, I'm just a really loud person. I'll try.
Like, look, tone it down, or I'll just turn the radio up.
I try to
Just
calm
tune
it
you
down.
out.
But I can't promise that I'm not going to be loud.
That's all good.
I'm an
That's just
aggressive
you.
talker.
Responsible. You got it cute. Alright, let's see. Like putting a title on thing. Okay, so
What
Tasha,
are we?
you did mean what are we? Okay.
What are we?
Alright, and what was the original question? Let me go back to it. Okay, so she said,
Is it
how do you guys feel about the what are we conversations? Is it needed? I mean, I feel like it is. I feel like establishing the, having the what are we conversations and establishing what this relationship is up front is very important, because you can't come back and say, hey, you never told me what this is. You never told me if we were serious. You never told me if we were just messing around. Like, I feel like y'all need to sit within the first couple. I see this. My pop's calling. Y'all need to sit within the first maybe couple weeks, months, and try to decide. I mean, you ain't got to make no decisions, but if you having sex with somebody and you kick it off like that, that needs to happen sooner than later, because y'all need to know which direction this is going in.
Yeah, so that both people can know like what's happening. And yeah, I agree. Like, you need to know what it is. I mean, because if you're concerned with that, you have a right to know. And if the person that you are, the other party involved, is like, I don't know,
Right.
then you just go from there. I just think that if y'all not on the same page, then yeah, you try to get on the same page or try to get an understanding or something like that. What is?
So, all right.
Don't
so
take.
her passion for loud or aggressive, she is just talking.
I'm just a loud talker.
Man, she is. I tell y'all, I promise.
Everybody that knows me in life is like,
I be
Jessica,
like,
you talk
God,
so.
why you all in my ear like that?
But when I've had to talk and do public speaking and the mic broke or there was no mic, I was like, you know what?
You don't need no mic in the first place.
It's
bro.
cool, because I got my voice.
Mhm.
Everybody can hear me. I can project real loud. I can project real loud.
All right, so hold on. I saw one I wanted to answer. Zetrick 38 says, which one of you guys starts the argument majority of the time? This is a problem for me. So I start the debate the majority of the time.
Because
And
why?
Because we never like well, when we first got together, we never argued or debated or anything. It was
For
just
like 3
oh,
years.
babe, I love you, babe. And I'm like, all right, this is getting kind of stale. So let me try to bring some type of friction. And I mean, it wasn't nothing serious. It's just like, all right, it could be the simplest thing. You know what I'm saying? The simplest thing.
He would say
But I would
like,
just try to bring
"Who
some
you
friction."
texting? Oh really?
But I'd just
oh
be
really?
playing
Oh
about
really?
that,
You
though.
texting somebody? Oh okay. And I'd be like, what? And he's
That's
like,
just
oh
me.
yeah. Oh okay. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
But then we'll laugh.
I'm just playing.
And we'll laugh
It's
it off because
what
it's nothing
was the
serious.
Point of
It's like,
that? Well,
'cause I like to joke and play and have fun
and
and
argue.
whatnot, but it's just like
Apparently.
it's like I don't know. It's fun. But no, having debates, healthy debates, whether you're serious or you're not, I think that's a good, healthy thing to have, and it keeps you fresh. It keeps you sharp too, on your toes.
Did you? Oh, I like that question. Is it
Latarsha Stewart.
So Latarsha, this is kind of off topic, but I really think that it's a nice question, and nobody's ever asked that question.
All right.
So she said, so at the end of all of our videos, well, most of the time when we actually end them,
Right.
we say
We're
what
gonna do
makes
better at that, y'all. We promise.
dare to be different, because what makes you beautiful makes you different makes you beautiful.
You know it?
I do know it. So yes, I did come up with putting those specific words together. But if you were to like Google it, there's some version of it like everywhere. But I thought that because we had Nasim, this is so off topic, so I'm gonna do really quick. Because we had Nasim, and Nasim is seen as different in society, but we think that he is so beautiful and so amazing that we thought that it was best to remind people that even though it's not the different that you may see in Nasim, but everybody is different, and don't be afraid to be who you are. And I thought that that was just a beautiful message that went well with our family, and that was a good message to put out to the world. So I kind of constructed it together, kind of looked at things and how things were worded, and I kind of put it all together as dare to be different, because what makes you different makes you beautiful. So that's all. That's how that went.
Well, pretty straightforward.
I would agree. My wait, what? I don't.
Brian Haley said, my son's mother and I used to go to church together, but pray separately. Shaking my head, we miss each other's desires expressed to God. Probably while we're getting divorced.
Oh, we're sorry to hear about that.
Definitely.
Well, hopefully everything works out with the parenting, though, because
Right.
even though when people get divorces, I always hope that co-parenting goes well, because that's what's important.
Right. And maybe your personalities just didn't mesh as well. That's another important thing. You got to make sure your personalities are very compatible to be together long term. So.
Okay, so what's the next question? Our third question.
The third and final question, y'all. So, third and final question is your Ooh, this is a touchy one too. A lot of people,
especially in 2017.
Yeah. So, is your significant other entitled to your social media passwords in a committed relationship? Ooh. So I feel like yes. I mean, I don't have any problem. Like, you have my passwords.
Well, yeah, that's
my phone
true.
password and everything. Like, nothing is locked in my phone at all.
Entitled, though, is the word.
I feel like, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like,
okay, you feel like yes.
I feel like your significant other, if it's serious, they should be entitled to have your passwords. I mean,
because there's nothing to hide.
Right. I mean, your privacy comes into play sometimes, yes. But like, what are you being private for?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think that if you're open about, so yes, we have each other's passwords. It's not to like check. Like, people have like codes on their phones. We know each other's code on the phone.
And the only reason I have a code on my phone is just simply because, I mean, I can lock my phone.
I don't want people in my phone.
Right, I don't want people in my phone. And
I
butt dial people before too. So therefore I set up a code so my phone would just open while it's in my pocket.
Yeah,
but
I think that
once you get in my phone, you have access to everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's no passwords. I'm logged into every account, Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
So if y'all try to do slip in the DM, I'm gonna be slipping right in there with you.
Right. Somebody did that before.
Somebody did try to do that,
and I did not respond.
He will not respond. I won't respond either. I mean, if you going off board, I'm like, we're gonna keep that right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. I think that, I mean, entitled is like a strong word. Like, if the person says no, then that don't mean you have to give it to them.
Right.
But I think that you should just be comfortable with it. Like, what's the big deal? Right. But somebody might say, what's the big deal of you having it? But I just think that just closes that gap of trust. Like, or non-trust, I guess. It brings you closer. Like, I know that, I mean, if I ever wanted to check for something, I could. Right. So it actually makes me not check. Because it's like, if I wanted to, I could. But I don't feel the need to, because...
Right. And I feel like
it's open.
Entitled is not really a strong word.
No.
I was just reading Welcome to Tiffany's last comment. You better give it if you're married. If you're married, I mean, at that point in time, yeah, it's something that you are entitled to.
Everything should just be open. It's social media. Come on now. Like, there isn't anything that should really be private. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there should be I don't think there should be any issues with you giving your password. And, if there's a big fight put up about it, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that somebody's being untrustworthy. That just could mean that they feel like it really isn't working
necessary,
giving their password or whatnot.
But I think that when you just do it, it's like, it just... If there's nothing that you're hiding and it's not gonna really do much, like change your life or whatever, just let it be. Like, I don't know what the big deal would be.
Yeah. Says, I knew that's when my ex was cheating because we never had passwords and info, and all of a sudden, So PC Nation said, I knew that's when my ex was cheating because we never had passwords and iPhone, and all of a sudden one day I looked in the password came up. So yeah, if somebody came out of nowhere like, yeah, I got to pass.
But did you assume that the person was cheating because of that, or did you actually find out that they were actually?
I mean,
cheating?
That's huge, yeah, because if you never confirmed that they were cheating, then
you can't say they were cheating if they didn't say that they were cheating.
Maria Sims said, "Can you still be friends with your ex on social media?"
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
On social media,
I don't think I'm friends. Well, I am friends with a couple of my exes on social media.
I'm friends with a couple
of my exes. But, like, I don't have no contact with them. Like,
right, yeah.
I'm friends with thousands of people I don't even know on social media.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's like, the social media really don't mean nothing, man.
Yeah, I mean, if like, your ex wants to, like, see what your life is about.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, we're not communicating, but if they're liking pictures, if you see what they're doing,
and if y'all ended,
that's fine.
If y'all ended it a bad way, like, it's a way you could stun on them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, let me stop. I'm just playing.
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm not because people do that.
But if you didn't end on a bad way, you could just be like, oh, okay, like,
right.
there they are.
They're doing good for themselves.
They're doing good for themselves.
That's
we
fine.
don't have to
Look,
talk to each other, but
if you grow, like, it's sad to say that people grow up and they just don't mature. I'm 30 years old, you 27 or whatnot. Mm-hmm. There was a day to where I was like, man.
You was petty?
I was so petty. I was so petty. And I was ratchet too, y'all.
He was so ratchet.
I was
oh, we're going to have to show pictures. Ahmad was like, he thought he was a thug. I swear, with the baggy clothes and the earrings and the...
I was just young, man. I was young and trying to figure myself out.
Yeah,
but anyway, as you mature, like... what somebody else is doing in their life shouldn't even matter to you. You should be worried about getting some money, having healthy relationships, loving those that are around you, and just living your life. But people don't do that.
Okay, now, okay, so she says, I cannot do it. All exes gotta get blocked. Now, I will say that if an ex has had a negative impact on your relationship, they get blocked.
Okay.
Like they gotta
That's
go.
Fair.
But if they haven't caused any trouble in your relationship, right. They just are out there in the world just like all the rest of the people that you don't even know.
Yep.
Then what's the big deal?
Yep.
There's no. I mean, they see you on social media. Like it's. Yeah. I think people take social media a little bit too seriously.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not social media. It's just what you do with it.
Right.
Like if you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, then that's when it gets you in trouble.
That's your problem.
Yeah, that's
you can't blame
problem.
Social media.
Not a Mark Zuckerberg problem.
I actually found out later that they were cheating and she did leave.
Okay.
So.
Okay. PC Nation. I mean,
well,
that's
that was
fair.
a good indication.
Yeah. Smart.
Then.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good observation.
Good observation. Nothing wrong with being upfront with each other.
Unless you share the accounts to pay bills together, I don't see the point in that. So Jeanette says to
Deborah,
I
think that is
what?
Yeah, like sharing accounts.
What did Deborah say? Does that apply to bank accounts as well? Oh.
I mean, yeah, I think that I agree with her. Like, I mean, you don't. Well, I know the PIN code. We know the PIN code to each other's like cards.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think that it matters if you pay bills together. I think that just happens. Like, I've used his card so much that he's like, hey, this is the code. Okay, now I know the code. Okay, like, you know my code. Like, it's just, I think that that's something that naturally happened. It wasn't like, hand over your cards. Right. What's all the pins? What's all the phones?
Well, you know, some people be like, oh, let me check the purchases. Where'd you go?
Oh, yeah. Like,
I see the titty bar on here.
Yeah, like,
3 drinks.
It's not like
3.
that.
What do you guys think about traveling on cruise ships? I'm taking my lady on one this first time. Look, Carrie Davis, if you go check out them cruise videos,
you should go.
You know exactly how we feel. Cruising is the best way to travel, hands down. You see multiple locations. You're in a hotel room with entertainment on water. It's just, I mean, for me, for us, it was our first cruise that we just took back at the end of May, and it was the best. Tim Fisher, what's wrong with my beard, bro? What's wrong with my beard?
Oh, you know,
maybe I'll shave it down a little bit.
No, you know that there's just people that just have opinions.
I know. Tim Fisher is one of those people. I probably do need to trim it up a little bit.
An opinion.
Chill, we keeping it sunny. Brian Haley.
You guys are so cute. Thank you. Well, yeah, that was our that was our last question. If you guys have more, this is fun. I like this.
It's cool.
We're gonna try to do this like next Tuesday. You think so?
Kerry Davis beer game, baby.
We're gonna try to do this next Tuesday. We'll have another topic for y'all. What would y'all prefer? Relationship, parenting. What's something else? I don't know. What are some other topics?
I mean, I don't even know. Y'all give us some topics.
I guess that's the topics in our life right now. Relationship, marriage.
Right. I mean,
marriage.
relationship.
I mean, there's relationships, like dating. I guess there's dating, and then there's marriage topics. There's parenting.
What else?
Yeah, I don't know.
Give us some
relationships, marriage, and family.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could just do different topics underneath those categories.
And if y'all have some topics or you have a certain situation that you'd like us to like discuss, definitely make sure you email it to us. And if you want to be anonymous, you can. Or if you want us to, shout you out, you can. So, yeah. But our email is jessicaandahmad@gmail.com if you have, like, a topic idea. Or, like I said, you have your own specific situation that you would like us to kind of dissect.
True.
And give some advice on.
True. Yep. All right, we got
Aces and Angel t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. That day we working on the Aces and Angel t-shirts. Yeah. I got a design. I think y'all like that.
Yeah, we were just talking about that last week.
Let me see.
Oh, thank you.
Tassie, you like a little sis. We gotta do a meetup sometime soon, y'all.
Yeah,
we was in Chicago this past weekend.
It was so busy.
We had no time.
We got braces off. We haven't put that out, but we bought a car. Which that vlog is going to come out tomorrow. We bought a new car. And then what else did we do? Oh, and we picked up strangers and drove them home yesterday. That's a crazy story. I mean, we had a busy weekend, y'all, and we vlogged it. So, but picking up the strangers from the gas station and driving them 2 hours home.
That was deep. That was like just trying to figure out whether we was gonna take them. I mean, y'all see.
Right. Don't give me that.
I ain't gonna do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. They gotta wait.
Y'all gotta wait for that. Baby boy Nasim is knocked out right now, y'all. He was a crazy boy today. I didn't have to go to work, so I was home with him all day. It's driving me nuts all day long.
I'm not sure what the super chatty is. I guess you could test it out. I don't really know what a super chatty is.
What do you see? What's super chatty? Oh, is that this thing down here?
Yeah, but I don't know what that does.
You moved my hand away like I was gonna press it.
I don't know what that does. Like a little kid. Let's see. I love your videos. You guys.
Zaki Poo Channel 2.
Please give me a shout out and thank you so much.
Zaki Poo Channel 2, shout out to you.
I want to answer this question. So, Kerry Davis says, why is it easy to give others advice but harder for, I think, you to use that advice for yourself?
Man, it's always harder to give somebody else
easy
to give somebody else advice or whatnot, because it's.
Well, I think that you're objective. That's the whole thing. You get to see, like, when you see something or somebody tells you something. Is
that a bug right there? I'm tripping right now. Never mind, I'm tripping.
Yeah, you tripping. You get to kind of take it all in, like dissect it. Your emotions are not in it. It's not your situation. And I just think that you have a clearer mind to kind of give the advice. But I also think that when you're giving somebody advice, you need to believe that advice. If you don't believe it, then that's why it's hard for you to follow it. If you don't believe the advice, then
it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Simple. I mean, that's an easy way to sum it up. Like, you can say, oh, you know, I see Steph Curry out here splashing threes left and right or whatnot, and it looks simple for him. You say, oh man, I can get out there and do that. Then you try to do it, and it's not that easy. Or you see somebody.
Is that how it is, giving advice?
I mean, for me, it's easy. You know, I could.
It's always got to go to sports.
I mean, that's what I cope with. You know, that's what I relate things to. It's the
no,
easiest
I just think
to relate
that it's
to.
easier. Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, and I actually, you know what? One other thing, I have a friend who went to school for psychology.
Yeah, psychology.
Psychology or whatnot, and he, you know, he gives very good relationship advice to other people. But for a while, and this is what he does for a living, or what he was doing for a living, should I say? But for a while, he could not figure it out himself how to have a healthy relationship.
But he gave the best.
He gave the best relationship
Studied
advice.
it in college.
Studied in college and this, that, and the third. I'm telling y'all, like the man was a beast when you go to him with any problem. Like, and this is before we, you know, well, actually, we never really had any problems. But this is even before I met you. Like, I went to him about relationship advice.
Because he had problems before he met me because, you know, he met me and then it was all smooth sailing.
Got the big head already. But anyway, but I went to him. He gave me wonderful advice, but just couldn't really figure it out for himself until recently, you know. And I'm thankful that he did. Let's see. Are you currently attending a local church? Deborah Locust. No, we not. We are not currently attending a church whatsoever. Let's see.
Good answer. Oh, what did we just answer? I forgot.
Answer his question, right?
Yeah, but I forgot what the question was. Oh, giving other people advice. You know, I get sidetracked real fast, y'all. Real fast.
Hi S HAIS says I'm from the United Arab Emirates. I love watching your videos. Shout out to you. Hi. Beautiful couple. You guys are amazing. Thank you, the Asia Bella. We appreciate you. Shout out to you.
Woo.
Mr. Luke,
Woo.
what's up?
Woo.
Mr. Luke, kind of late to the party, man. But it's all good, though. You're still welcome to join the conversation. We pretty much are done now, though. Y'all have any other questions y'all won't answer? Go ahead,
if not,
throw them out there. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and end this up.
Yeah, I think it's been about like an hour.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think so. Beautiful couple. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Congrats on the new car. Thank you. Are you guys connected with other YouTubers? We are not.
We are not. Not yet, at least.
We riding
who
solo
knows?
right now.
We're riding solo. Alright, I'm done. But eventually, yeah, we would like to connect with other YouTubers.
Yeah, we don't.
I think it's cool to have that YouTube community of people that you can, connect with.
And people that understand,
share the same struggles.
What you're doing.
Ooh, when is the next cruise? Man, I'm trying to figure that out right now, Carrie. We thinking that we want to do one. I really want to do one next year, since we just did one this year, and then I have another trip I need to take for one of my friends' weddings at the end of this year.
It's a lot of options.
Yes, but
before the end of the year.
Right. Well,
as far as trips,
I was thinking somewhere else. Like I'm sorry, it's next year sometime. As far as taking another cruise.
Bye.
Come to Atlanta. Yeah, I would love to come to that. I've never been to Atlanta before, so that would be awesome.
I've been once.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been once. Yeah, well, I was like.
You see Gucci Mane?
Nope, he wasn't there.
Okay.
Saying I don't know.
Have a great evening, guys. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end it up there.
Yeah, we're gonna end it.
So
we had a good chat here.
Once again, we thank y'all for tuning in. God bless you. We love you. We appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Click that bell. Mash them buttons or whatnot. Stay tuned for more great quality content, and we will be with y'all sometime soon. So, you got something you want to tell the people?
What? I think what's most important, who can make
the better sandwich. I totally agree. So let's have a sandwich off. Louis,
hey, just keep it nice and simple.
All right, who can make the better sandwich?
Well, yes. Thank you guys so much. We love y'all. Remember, dare to be different, because what makes you different makes you
beautiful.
So beautiful. All
right, y'all.
We love y'all, and we will see y'all tomorrow for our vlog.
Check out that vlog, man. Y'all stay tuned for that vlog.
And then for another talk on Tuesday.
Yep, so be tuned for next Tuesday as well. Deuces.
Bye.